Greetings, friends. We are very pleased to have this time to speak with you again today. And our message today has to do with this strange in-between moment you are experiencing on your planet. A time in which there seem to be great signs of positive movement toward peace and unity consciousness, people's desire to be their true selves, and breakthrough moments in areas such as healing and use of green energy. Yet at the same time, terrible things are happening on the planet that you at times shudder to think of, let alone look at. War is still a scourge upon Earth life, bringing much trauma to those brave enough to volunteer to come forward to experience it once more. For you have all experienced that destruction in one life or another. Other forms of destruction are also afoot, including contaminated air, food, and water, old forms of entrainment from your media, that programming that is called education, the deep deceptions of governments and religions, and the low vibrational energy transmissions that have been in place for centuries to hold humanity in a kind of passive non-thought. We see all this as we also see the ships in your skies and the shifts in planetary vibration, and the thoughts and feelings of millions that indicate higher forms of consciousness coming into view. We see all of you holding the light with such steady awareness, coming into levels of your own power that you would scarcely have dreamt of 30 or 40 years ago. In these moments you are tossing aside, as if with the flick of an eyelash, thousands of years of programming intended to keep you disconnected from your own power. We know you are still vulnerable, still in a position to feel the losses of the many who are suffering. We know that you are still part of a culture, wherever you may be in the world, that works to keep you inside small boxes of limited information so that you may feel increasingly downtrodden as the years go by. Yet we also see you in many ways. We say this particularly to those over the age of 50 or 60, growing younger each day. The light pouring in speaks to every cell in the body, as we have said many times. It speaks to every particle of your energy bodies to assure them that far from experiencing a breakdown in human systems, you are experiencing a rebirth of them. Now, it is understandable that rebirth in these times can many days feel to be its opposite. And that is because every day now you are powerfully releasing the third dimension and all its ego mind traps, its exhaustion and illness, its intrusions to body, mind, and spirit. And that process of detoxification can feel at times as if your health, mind, and emotions are not improving or holding more light. Yet we would say that, in fact, you are gaining in strength and clarity, while the density is dissolving amid tonal vibrations of joy and liberation. The old density has to release from you, and you from it, in order for the new to take up residence in body, mind, and spirit. This does not mean that the body is slowing down its life processes. Not at all. It means that it is learning all over again how to be born, and that can be exhausting and emotionally difficult process for anyone, but particularly those aged 12 and older. Even for those ones who will have chosen, before incarnating, to leave the earth over the next few years, they are still ascending. They will carry that light and that ascension consciousness with them back home to the higher realms and into their next earth life, should they choose to return to earth once more. It is so that many of you are regretting having come back to the earth at this time, and this is understandable. It is an exhausting and difficult path to walk, particularly in these times when so much change is rampant and so deeply affects every part of your inner and outer being. Yet it is, oddly enough, the very best time to be on the planet, even considering that Earth once lived in higher dimensions and was the home of a number of powerful civilizations of very high consciousness. As the energetics of the higher realms reach you now, as your son Saul flows those energies to Earth, many of you are beginning to remember your lives in those great civilizations. Many of you had long, fulfilling lives as pre-scientists, as healers and artists, as teachers and earth guardians, molders of new frequencies for uses in those parts of the galaxy that required energetic lifts. You had great fascination with learning, with demonstrating new ideas, new methods of travel, cross-dimensional experiences, communication and intergalactic connections. You viewed each animal, even the smallest butterfly, as a person and a presence, an intelligence with a voice that was meant to be heard and answered, and you were, and increasingly are now, well able to do this. You will increasingly now have moments where you realize some beauty has returned to the planet, or to your own heart-mind, or to your environment. You will increasingly now realize that your soul family is always in touch with you, that your twin flame and your soulmates are always only a thought or a feeling away, and realizing that you have not been spinning your wheels in this life, but releasing all that no longer serves you in this environment. As you do so, you are walking into forms of joy that your spirit has not experienced while in a body for thousands of years. Be aware that some things must change first and are doing so. Many of you will find the need to eat much lighter than you have in the past, and to drink far more water, to detoxify from modern living as much as you can. This will aid both the cells of the body and the spirit mind as you reach up in awareness and in healing. You will find the need to spend more time outdoors, engaging in whatever kind of exercise is fun for you, or challenging in positive ways that encourage and support you. Be aware you will need to release nearly all news broadcasts as you read or watch only that which builds up your spirit and heart-mind in positive ways. If your work depends on your spending a great deal of time in front of a computer, bless that computer with higher energies, and let your spirit team know that you require forms of protection from lower vibrations and EMR frequencies emanating from screens. You will need, in other words, to leave much of Earth culture, particularly Western culture, alone. We would say you will feel better and lighter with owning less rather than more. The millions who now follow minimalism will have already tapped into this very helpful form of living. Of course, for those looking after children or someone with illness or disabilities, that sort of pared-down living may feel impossible. Yet do what you can, dear ones. Be kind to yourself along the way. You will find your path, and your children, seeing that you only ever buy or keep that which you truly need or take joy in, will benefit from your excellent example. For though Nasara is on its way to full enactment, though we cannot say when, you are already engaging in full abundance, freedom and sovereignty as you acknowledge that you already have all that you require in life. Even if there are a few things you are thinking of that do require attention, affirm that you have all that you need at every moment. Proclaim that the money for those changes, repairs, replacement, or healing of some sort is already there, and keep doing so, and the means will flow to you far more easily than you might imagine. You are, all of you, on your way to a new earth in which the nervous acquisition of objects overfull schedules, exhausted minds and bodies, and the narrowness of outer-controlled lives will all fade into some other timeline that will itself, over time, fade away. We have many times welcomed you to your fifth-dimensional life, yet never more than now, when so much is coming forth, including your Star Nations families, to assist you now, in ways you could never have imagined in years past. Namaste, dear ones. We are inspired each day by the power of your vision, and we assure you the heavens rejoice at the beauty of your light. And so it is. Hi everyone, this is Caroline. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll like and subscribe and join our community, and I send much love and many blessings that you have a beautiful holiday time. Namaste.